Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to this moment. This sacred space we're creating together. If you're listening to this, you've already taken an important step. You've chosen yourself. You've chosen to believe that your journey toward wellness doesn't have an expiration date. And you're absolutely right. Take a deep breath with me now. Let it fill your lungs completely. And release it slowly, letting any tension of the day drift away like clouds across an evening sky. Tonight, we're going to explore something truly special. We're going to talk about fitness, health, and vitality after 60, but not in the way you might expect. There will be no harsh demands here. No guilt. No pressure. Instead, we're going to walk together through a gentle understanding of your magnificent body and how it can transform, heal, and strengthen even as you rest peacefully through the night. You see, somewhere along the way, society told us a story. They said that after a certain age, our bodies become less capable, less flexible, less worthy of attention and care. But that story, it was never true. Your body at 60, 70, 80, or beyond is not less than it was. It is different. And different can be absolutely extraordinary. Whether you're a man experiencing the subtle shifts in metabolism and muscle composition, or a woman navigating the profound changes that come with hormonal evolution, your body is still a miracle. Every heartbeat, every breath, every cell working in harmony, it's all still happening, still vital, still capable of remarkable transformation. Perhaps you've noticed changes. Maybe your clothes fit differently than they used to. Perhaps you wake with stiffness that wasn't there before. Energy levels might ebb earlier in the day. And sleep. Sleep might have become more elusive, more fragmented, less refreshing than it once was. These are not failures. These are simply your body's way of speaking to you in a new language. And tonight, we're going to learn to understand that language. More than that, we're going to discover how your body can actually do some of its most profound healing work while you sleep. Yes, you heard that correctly. While you're resting peacefully in your bed, your body can be working toward the wellness you desire. This isn't magic. This is science, biology, and the beautiful wisdom of a body that has carried you through decades of life. For the men listening tonight, I want you to know that the changes you're experiencing in muscle mass, in energy distribution, in how your body stores and uses fuel, these are natural progressions. Your testosterone levels may have shifted. Your metabolism may have adjusted its rhythm. But within these changes lies opportunity. The opportunity to work with your body in new, perhaps more intuitive ways. And for the women here, whether you're in the midst of menopause, post-menopause, or navigating the years beyond, I see you. The hot flashes, the sleep disruptions, the way your body seems to hold onto weight differently than before. None of this means you've lost control. It means your body is in transition, and transitions, while sometimes uncomfortable, can lead to beautiful new chapters. Tonight's journey is designed specifically for you. We'll move slowly, speak softly, and honor the wisdom your body holds. This isn't about turning back time. It's about moving forward with grace, strength, and deep self-compassion. As we progress through this experience together, you might feel yourself getting sleepy. That's perfect. That's exactly what we want. Because quality sleep is one of the most powerful tools you have for wellness after 60. During deep sleep, your body releases growth hormone, which helps maintain muscle mass. It balances your hunger hormones, making mindful eating easier. It repairs tissues, consolidates memories, and resets your metabolic processes. In fact, research has shown that adults who get consistent, quality sleep tend to have healthier body compositions, regardless of age. Sleep is not a luxury, it's a necessity. And it's also one of the most natural, effortless things you can do to support your fitness goals. So as we journey together tonight, let yourself drift if you need to. Let your mind wander to that soft place between waking and sleeping. Everything I share with you will be absorbed by your subconscious mind, that deep, wise part of you that never really sleeps. It will take what serves you and gently integrate it into your being. Before we continue, let's set an intention together. Take another deep breath. Place your hand on your heart if you're comfortable doing so. Feel it beating steadily, reliably, beautifully. This heart has been with you through everything. Every joy, every sorrow, every triumph and challenge. It's still here, still strong, still committed to your life. Now, silently or aloud, affirm with me, I am worthy of wellness at any age. My body is capable of positive change. I choose to be gentle with myself as I move toward health. I trust my body's wisdom. Beautiful. You've just planted a seed. And seeds, as you know, do their most important work underground in the darkness, while everything appears still and quiet. That's exactly what will happen for you tonight. Your journey toward fitness after 60 begins not with strain or struggle, but with rest, with acceptance, with the gentle, persistent choice to honor your body exactly as it is right now, while also opening to the possibility of positive change. So settle in a little deeper. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Release any tension in your jaw, soften your belly. You are safe here, you are supported, and you are exactly where you need to be. Let's begin. Your body after 60 is not the same as it was at 30 or 40, and that's not just okay. It's actually quite remarkable. Every year you've lived has taught your body something new. Your cells carry memories. Your muscles remember. Your bones have adapted. You are, in the truest sense, a living library of experience. But let's talk about what's actually happening inside this incredible vessel of yours, because understanding brings peace, and peace brings healing. For men over 60, one of the most significant changes involves testosterone. This hormone, which peaked in your 20s and 30s, naturally declines by about 1% each year after age 30. By 60, you might have 70% of the testosterone you had at your peak. This affects more than just libido. It influences muscle mass, bone density, fat distribution, and energy levels. You might notice that building muscle takes longer than it used to. That's partly because of this hormonal shift. Your body now converts testosterone to estrogen more readily, particularly in fat tissue. This can create a cycle where decreased muscle mass leads to increased fat storage, which further affects hormone balance. But here's what's beautiful. Your body is still completely capable of building and maintaining muscle. It just needs a slightly different approach. It needs more recovery time, more protein at the right times, more gentle, consistent movement rather than intense, sporadic effort. And critically, it needs quality sleep, because that's when your body produces what little growth hormone it still generates. While you sleep, particularly during deep sleep stages, your pituitary gland releases pulses of growth hormone. This hormone helps maintain muscle tissue, supports fat metabolism, and aids in cellular repair. Even though you produce less of it than you did in youth, you can optimize your body's ability to use it effectively. How? By ensuring you get enough deep sleep, by eating protein before bed, and by maintaining regular sleep-wake cycles. For women over 60, the landscape is equally complex and equally manageable. Menopause typically occurs in your early 50s, but its effects ripple through the following decades. Estrogen and progesterone levels drop significantly. These weren't just reproductive hormones. They influenced your metabolism, bone density, muscle maintenance, cardiovascular health, mood regulation, and sleep quality. Post-menopausal women often notice weight accumulating around the midsection rather than the hips and thighs. This visceral fat is metabolically active, meaning it affects your hormone balance and inflammation levels. It can feel frustrating, especially if you're eating the same way you always have. Your muscle mass naturally decreases more rapidly after menopause without intervention. This is called sarcopenia, and it affects both sexes, but tends to accelerate in women after estrogen declines. Less muscle means lower metabolic rate, which means your body needs fewer calories to maintain its current weight. And sleep? Oh, sleep can become a genuine challenge. Hot flashes might wake you multiple times per night. Anxiety or racing thoughts might keep you from falling asleep initially. You might find yourself wide awake at 3 in the morning for no apparent reason. But here's the truth that I want you to absorb deeply. None of this means you're broken. None of this means you can't be fit, healthy, and vibrant. It simply means you need to work with your body's new rhythms rather than against them. Your metabolism after 60 is like a river that's changed its course. The river is still flowing. The water is still powerful. It's just moving differently. If you try to make it flow the old way, you'll exhaust yourself. But if you learn its new patterns and work with them, you can harness tremendous energy. Let's talk about metabolic rate. Yes, it slows. On average, your resting metabolic rate decreases by about 2 to 3% per decade after age 20. By 60, you might need 200 to 300 fewer calories per day than you did at 30. This isn't a tragedy. It's information. It's an invitation to become more mindful, more intentional, more connected to your body's actual needs. The good news: muscle tissue is metabolically active. Every pound of muscle you maintain or build burns more calories at rest than a pound of fat. So while you can't control your age-related metabolic slowdown entirely, you can influence it significantly by preserving and building muscle. And this is where sleep becomes your secret weapon. During the night, your body does something extraordinary. It shifts into repair mode. Your digestive system slows. Your core body temperature drops. Your brain clears away metabolic waste products that accumulated during the day. And if you've eaten mindfully and created the right conditions, your body preferentially burns fat stores for overnight energy. This is especially important after 60 because your insulin sensitivity may have decreased. Insulin is the hormone that helps your cells absorb glucose from your blood. When you're insulin resistant, your blood sugar stays elevated longer, and your body stores more energy as fat rather than using it for cellular functions. But overnight, during the fasted state of sleep, your insulin levels naturally drop. This allows your body to access stored fat for energy. It's like giving your metabolism a chance to reset, to remember how to burn fat efficiently. The longer and deeper you sleep, the more time your body has in this beneficial metabolic state. For men, this overnight fat-burning process can help combat the tendency to store fat around the abdomen. Visceral fat, the kind that surrounds your organs, is particularly responsive to metabolic changes that happen during quality sleep. For women, the overnight fasting period during sleep helps balance blood sugar and may reduce the inflammatory processes that contribute to weight gain around the midsection post-menopause. Both men and women over 60 experience changes in their circadian rhythms. You might naturally want to go to bed earlier and wake earlier. Your body temperature rhythm shifts. Your melatonin production timing changes. These aren't problems to fix. They're adaptations to honor. Your body is actually trying to protect you by adjusting these rhythms. It's optimizing for the hormonal landscape you now have. When you fight against these natural tendencies, staying up late when your body wants rest, sleeping in when your body wants to wake, you create internal stress. This stress elevates cortisol, which interferes with both sleep quality and fat metabolism. Let's also talk about inflammation for a moment. After 60, your body tends toward more inflammatory states. This is sometimes called inflammaging. It's linked to cellular aging, immune system changes, and accumulated stress over a lifetime. Inflammation interferes with insulin signaling, making it harder to manage your weight. It disrupts sleep. It slows recovery from exercise. But here's the miraculous part. Sleep is one of your most powerful anti-inflammatory tools. During deep sleep, your immune system releases cytokines that help reduce inflammation. Your brain's glymphatic system, which is 10 times more active during sleep than waking hours, clears out inflammatory proteins. Each night of good sleep is like giving your body a gentle, thorough cleaning. And when inflammation decreases, everything gets easier. Your joints feel better, your energy improves, your mood stabilizes, your metabolism functions more efficiently. Your digestive system also changes with age. You might produce less stomach acid, making protein digestion less efficient. Your gut microbiome shifts composition. You might be more prone to constipation or bloating. These changes affect not just comfort, but also nutrient absorption and, interestingly, sleep quality. Your gut produces about 95% of your body's serotonin, a neurotransmitter that's converted to melatonin at night. If your gut isn't happy, your sleep suffers. And if your sleep suffers, your metabolism struggles. Everything is connected. This is why gentle, overnight healing is so powerful. When you create the right conditions, your body naturally moves toward balance. Your gut has time to rest and repair. Your hormones find their new equilibrium. Your cells regenerate. Your brain processes emotions and experiences, preventing them from becoming stuck stress in your body. For men over 60, this means acknowledging that you might not recover from exercise as quickly as you once did. You need more rest days, more sleep hours, more gentle movement between intense efforts. Your body is still strong, still capable, but it needs patience and respect. For women over 60, this means honoring the profound transition your body has undergone. You are not trying to recreate your premenopausal body. You are discovering what your postmenopausal body is capable of, which is often far more than you imagine. Both of you, regardless of gender, carry decades of lived experience. Your body has adapted to stress, to joy, to heartbreak, to celebration. It has stored not just fat, but also unprocessed emotions. Sometimes what we call stubborn weight is actually stubborn grief, or fear, or shame that our body is holding because we haven't had the safety or space to release it. As you drift towards sleep tonight, consider this. What if your body's changes aren't obstacles but invitations? Invitations to slow down, to be more present, to develop a kinder relationship with yourself. Invitations to truly rest, perhaps for the first time in decades. Your 60-plus body is not a problem to solve. It's a home to honor. And every night as you sleep, it's working tirelessly to bring you back to balance, back to health, back to wholeness. Let that sink in as you breathe deeply. Your body is on your side. It always has been. It's time to be on your body's side too. Let's talk about something both simple and profound: how you nourish your body in the evening hours, and how this directly affects the healing work your body does while you sleep. After 60, your relationship with food needs to evolve, not because you're failing at eating, but because your body is asking for something different. It's asking for quality over quantity, timing over constant grazing, mindfulness over mindless habit. Think of your digestive system as a wise elder itself. After working hard for 6 decades or more, it's earned the right to some consideration. It doesn't want to be working overtime when it should be resting and restoring. Here's what happens when you eat a large meal close to bedtime. Your body diverts energy and blood flow to digestion. Your core temperature stays elevated when it should be dropping for sleep. Your insulin levels spike when they should be declining. Your growth hormone release gets suppressed, and the restorative work your body wants to do overnight, it gets postponed or compromised. This doesn't mean you should go to bed hungry. Hunger can keep you awake just as surely as a full stomach. It means you need to find your sweet spot, your personal rhythm of evening nourishment that sets you up for deep, healing sleep. For men over 60, protein becomes increasingly important. Your body is less efficient at using dietary protein to maintain muscle mass than it was when you were younger. This is called anabolic resistance. You need more protein per meal to trigger muscle protein synthesis, and you need it distributed throughout the day. A helpful approach for evening eating is to include a moderate serving of complete protein with your dinner. This might be fish, poultry, eggs, or high-quality plant proteins like tempeh, or a combination of legumes and grains. Aim for about 30 to 40 grams of protein with your evening meal, eaten at least 3 to 4 hours before bed. Then, about an hour before sleep, consider a small protein-rich snack. This might be Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or a small handful of nuts. About 15 to 20 grams of protein at this time can provide your body with amino acids that will be available during the night for muscle maintenance and repair. Casein protein, found in dairy, is particularly effective because it digests slowly, releasing amino acids steadily throughout the night. But here's the crucial part. You want this evening protein without excessive carbohydrates or fats. Heavy meals late at night, especially those high in simple carbohydrates or saturated fats, can disrupt your sleep architecture and interfere with overnight fat burning. For women over 60, the nutritional landscape has some different considerations. Post-menopausal women often become more sensitive to carbohydrates, particularly in the evening. Your insulin sensitivity naturally decreases, meaning your body doesn't handle blood sugar spikes as efficiently as it once did. This doesn't mean eliminating carbohydrates. It means being thoughtful about type and timing. Complex carbohydrates like vegetables, legumes, and whole grains eaten earlier in the evening can actually support sleep by helping your brain produce serotonin and eventually melatonin. But simple sugars, refined grains, and large portions of any carbohydrate close to bedtime can cause blood sugar instability that disrupts sleep. Many women find that a dinner focused on vegetables, moderate protein, and healthy fats, eaten 3 to 4 hours before bed, allows them to sleep more soundly. The fiber from vegetables promotes satiety and supports gut health. The healthy fats from sources like olive oil, avocado, or fatty fish provide long-lasting energy without spiking blood sugar. Both men and women should be thoughtful about evening fluid intake. Hydration is crucial at any age, but after 60, your kidneys process fluids somewhat differently, and you may find yourself waking to urinate if you drink too much too close to bedtime. Try to front-load your hydration during the day, tapering off about 2 hours before sleep while still allowing yourself sips if you're thirsty. Speaking of fluids, let's address alcohol. Many people use a nightcap to help them fall asleep, and yes, alcohol can make you drowsy initially, but it severely disrupts your sleep architecture, particularly the second half of the night. It prevents you from reaching deep sleep stages. It causes more frequent awakenings. It interferes with overnight fat metabolism and growth hormone release. After 60, your body metabolizes alcohol more slowly. What used to be a single glass of wine that wore off before affecting your sleep might now linger in your system for hours, fragmenting your rest. If you choose to drink, do so earlier in the evening and in moderation, giving your body time to process it before sleep. Caffeine is another consideration. Your caffeine sensitivity often increases with age. A cup of coffee at 2 in the afternoon might now affect your sleep at 11 at night. Caffeine has a half-life of about 5 to 6 hours, meaning half of it is still in your system many hours after consumption. Consider limiting caffeine to morning hours only and observe how this affects your sleep quality. Now, let's talk about specific nutrients that support the kind of gentle, effective metabolic work you want happening overnight. Magnesium is sometimes called nature's relaxation mineral. It helps activate your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest mode. It supports muscle relaxation, which is particularly helpful if you experience nighttime leg cramps or restlessness. Many older adults are mildly deficient in magnesium. Food sources include leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and whole grains. A small handful of pumpkin seeds in the evening can be a lovely, sleep-supporting snack. Tryptophan is an amino acid your body uses to make serotonin and melatonin. Turkey is famous for this, but you can also find it in chicken, eggs, cheese, nuts, and seeds. Having some tryptophan-rich food in your evening meal may gently support your body's natural sleep chemistry. Omega-3 fatty acids, particularly from fatty fish like salmon, sardines, or mackerel, have been associated with better sleep quality in older adults. These healthy fats also support brain health, reduce inflammation, and may help with mood regulation. If you're not eating fish regularly, consider having it for dinner a few times per week. For women specifically, calcium becomes increasingly important after menopause for bone health. Interestingly, calcium also plays a role in helping your brain use tryptophan to manufacture melatonin. A small serving of dairy before bed, like the yogurt mentioned earlier, provides both calcium and sleep-supporting protein. Men should be mindful of zinc, which supports testosterone production and immune function. Oysters are the richest source, but you can also get zinc from beef, pumpkin seeds, chickpeas, and cashews. Including these foods in your regular dinner rotation supports your hormonal health. Both sexes benefit from vitamin D, though it should be taken in the morning or early afternoon rather than evening, as it may interfere with melatonin production if taken at night. However, ensuring adequate vitamin D through daytime supplementation or safe sun exposure supports better sleep quality overall. Let's talk about meal timing in more detail, because this is where you can really harness the power of your body's natural rhythms. Your body has internal clocks, not just one central clock in your brain, but also clocks in every organ, including your digestive system. These peripheral clocks want to sync with your light-dark cycle. Ideally, you want to finish your last substantial food intake while it's still light outside, or at least not late into the evening. This aligns with your body's expectation that nighttime is for fasting, not feasting. Our ancestors didn't have midnight snacks available. Their bodies had 12 to 14 hours of fasting overnight, which allowed for deep cellular repair and efficient fat metabolism. You don't have to achieve this perfect window immediately, but gradually moving your eating window earlier, so that you finish dinner by 7 or 8 in the evening and don't eat again until breakfast, creates a natural intermittent fasting period. This overnight fast allows your insulin levels to drop, which signals your body to access stored fat for energy. It gives your digestive system rest. It supports the anti-inflammatory processes that happen during sleep. For some of you, especially if you take medications with food or have blood sugar concerns, fasting might need to be modified. Always work within your health requirements. But for many, this gentle eating rhythm, where you nourish your body well during active hours and then allow it to rest at night, feels natural and supports both sleep quality and healthy weight. Let me share a framework that many people find helpful. Think of your dinner as your last substantial meal, eaten 3 to 4 hours before bed. Make it balanced, satisfying, but not heavy. Lean protein, plenty of vegetables, a moderate portion of complex carbohydrates if desired, and healthy fats. Eat slowly, mindfully, tasting each bite. Then, about an hour before bed, if you're genuinely hungry or want to support overnight muscle maintenance, have a small, protein-rich snack. Something simple and easy to digest. This isn't about feeling full. It's about giving your body the right building blocks for overnight repair. After this, nothing but water or herbal tea. Let your body know that eating time is over. Rest time is beginning. This creates a psychological and physiological boundary that many people find helps them sleep more soundly. Speaking of herbal tea, certain herbs have been used for centuries to promote sleep and relaxation. Chamomile is gentle and calming. Passion flower may help reduce anxiety. Valerian root has mild sedative properties, though some people find it too stimulating. Lavender, often used aromatically, can also be consumed as tea. A warm cup of herbal tea can become a lovely evening ritual that signals to your body that sleep is approaching. Ultimately, nighttime nutrition for your 60-plus body is about respect and alignment. Respect for your digestive system's need for rest. Respect for your metabolic processes that do their best work in the fasted state of sleep. Respect for your body's changing needs and rhythms. It's also about releasing the diet mentality that says you must restrict and deprive yourself. This isn't about eating less. It's about eating right for your body at this stage of life. It's about nourishment that serves your rest, your recovery, your vitality. As you settle into sleep tonight, know that you can make simple, gentle changes to your evening eating that will support every other goal you have. Better sleep, easier weight management, more energy, reduced inflammation. It all starts with honoring your body's natural rhythms and providing the right nourishment at the right times. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent and kind to yourself. Your body will respond. It's already responding right now to your intention to care for it better. Trust that. Trust yourself. Now let's explore movement, not as punishment for your body's changes, but as a celebration of what your body can still do and a pathway to even deeper, more restorative sleep. After 60, the relationship between exercise and rest becomes more critical than ever before. When you were younger, you could push hard, sleep poorly, and still recover. Not anymore. Now, the rest is just as important as the movement, perhaps more so. And quality sleep is the foundation upon which all your fitness progress will be built. Let's start with a truth that might surprise you. You don't need to exercise intensely to see benefits. In fact, for many people over 60, intense exercise without adequate recovery can actually work against their goals. It can elevate stress hormones that interfere with sleep. It can cause excessive inflammation that prevents healing. It can overtax a body that needs gentleness. This doesn't mean you should be sedentary. Movement is medicine, but the type, intensity, and timing of your movement matters enormously. For men over 60, maintaining and building muscle should be a primary fitness goal. Remember that testosterone decline and age-related muscle loss we discussed. Resistance training is your most effective tool to counter these changes, but you need to approach it wisely. 2 to 3 days per week of moderate strength training is sufficient and, for many, optimal. Your muscles need 48 to 72 hours to fully recover after a resistance workout. This recovery time is when the actual muscle building happens. During sleep, specifically during deep sleep stages, your body releases what growth hormone it still produces, and this hormone directs the repair and building of muscle tissue. If you're training too frequently, not sleeping enough, or not allowing adequate recovery, you're preventing this essential process. You're breaking down muscle without giving it the resources and time to build back stronger. Full-body workouts that focus on compound movements like squats, deadlifts, presses, and rows are particularly effective. These movements engage multiple muscle groups, challenge your balance and coordination, and provide the most metabolic benefit for your time invested. But form is crucial. Poor form leads to injury, and injury at 60 takes longer to heal and can derail your progress for weeks or months. Consider working with a trainer who specializes in mature clients, at least initially, to ensure you're moving safely and effectively. The investment in proper technique is worth far more than any supplement or program you might buy. For women over 60, resistance training is equally important, if not more so. Post-menopausal women lose bone density more rapidly than men of the same age. Weight-bearing exercise is one of the most effective ways to maintain and even build bone density. It's also crucial for maintaining the muscle mass that supports your metabolism. Many women worry that lifting weights will make them bulky. Let me ease your mind. Without high testosterone levels, you will not become bulky from moderate strength training. What you will become is stronger, more toned, more capable in your daily life, and more metabolically healthy. The same guidelines apply: 2 to 3 days per week, full recovery between sessions, focus on compound movements, and prioritize form over ego. You're not trying to impress anyone. You're trying to maintain your independence, your strength, and your health for the years ahead. Both men and women benefit enormously from including flexibility and balance work in their fitness routines. Yoga, Tai Chi, or simple stretching sessions improve your range of motion, reduce injury risk, and have the added benefit of being meditative and calming. These practices can actually improve sleep quality by reducing physical tension and mental stress. Evening gentle yoga or stretching, done at least an hour before bed, can be a beautiful bridge between your active day and your restful night. It signals to your nervous system that it's time to shift gears. It releases physical tension that might otherwise keep you tossing and turning. It creates body awareness that helps you relax more fully into sleep. Now let's talk about cardiovascular exercise. Walking is perhaps the most underrated, most accessible, and most sustainable form of exercise available to you. 30 minutes of walking most days of the week provides enormous benefits: improved cardiovascular health, better blood sugar regulation, increased calorie burn, enhanced mood, and yes, better sleep. The timing of your walk matters for sleep. A morning walk exposes you to natural light, which helps regulate your circadian rhythm and supports better sleep that night. An afternoon walk provides a gentle energy boost and stress relief, but avoid vigorous walking within 3 hours of bedtime, as it can be too stimulating. Some people, particularly men, may want to include some higher intensity interval training. Short bursts of higher effort followed by recovery periods can be effective for fitness and fat loss. But after 60, you need to be cautious. High-intensity work is highly stressful to your system. It can spike cortisol, interfere with sleep if done too close to bedtime, and requires significant recovery. If you choose to include intervals, do so early in the day, no more than twice per week, and only if you're already fit enough to handle the intensity safely. Always prioritize recovery and sleep quality over pushing harder. For women dealing with sleep disruptions from hot flashes or night sweats, it's worth noting that regular exercise can actually help reduce the frequency and severity of these symptoms over time. But intense evening exercise might trigger hot flashes, so experiment with timing to find what works for your body. Let's discuss the profound connection between movement and sleep architecture. When you exercise, you create what's called sleep pressure. This is your body's accumulating need for rest. Physical activity, particularly earlier in the day, increases this sleep pressure so that by bedtime, your body is truly ready for deep, restorative sleep. Exercise also helps regulate your body temperature rhythm. Your core temperature rises during exercise and then drops afterward. This post-exercise temperature drop can align nicely with the natural temperature drop that needs to happen for sleep initiation, but only if you time it right. Exercising in the morning or afternoon allows this rhythm to work in your favor. Exercising too close to bedtime keeps your temperature elevated when it should be dropping, making it harder to fall asleep. Moreover, regular exercise has been shown to increase the amount of deep sleep you get, particularly slow-wave sleep, which is the most restorative stage. During this stage, your body does most of its physical repair, muscle building, and immune strengthening. After 60, people naturally get less deep sleep, but regular exercise can help maintain it. Physical activity also helps regulate the stress hormones that often interfere with sleep. Cortisol, when chronically elevated, prevents deep sleep and causes middle-of-the-night awakenings. Exercise, particularly moderate-intensity aerobic exercise and mind-body practices like yoga, helps lower baseline cortisol levels and improves your body's stress response. But here's where balance becomes crucial. Too much exercise or exercise without adequate recovery does the opposite. It keeps cortisol chronically elevated. It creates persistent inflammation. It exhausts your system rather than strengthening it. This is why rest days are not optional. They're essential. A rest day doesn't mean lying in bed all day unless that's what your body truly needs. It means avoiding intense, structured exercise. A gentle walk is fine. Casual stretching is fine. But no hard strength training, no long runs, no pushing through fatigue or soreness. Listen to your body with new attentiveness. After 60, it speaks more clearly than it ever has, but you have to actually listen. Persistent soreness beyond normal muscle recovery is your body saying it needs more rest. Declining performance or feeling unusually tired is your body asking for recovery. Trouble sleeping despite being tired is often your body in an overtrained, overstressed state. Many people find that their ideal exercise rhythm after 60 looks something like this: 2 to 3 days of strength, training with at least one rest day between sessions, daily gentle movement like walking or easy yoga, and 1 or 2 complete rest days per week. Within this framework, they prioritize sleep above all else. If they didn't sleep well, they scale back their workout intensity or skip it entirely. They've learned that one missed workout to prioritize recovery will serve their long-term goals better than pushing through fatigue. There's also the question of accountability and enjoyment. The best exercise routine is the one you'll actually maintain. If you hate going to a gym, you won't sustain it. If you love swimming, make that your cardiovascular exercise. If you enjoy group fitness classes for the social connection, perfect. If you prefer solo walks in nature, excellent. Consider finding an exercise partner, particularly someone near your age who shares your goals. The social accountability and connection make exercise more enjoyable and sustainable. Plus, the social interaction itself is good for your mental health and can improve sleep quality. For both men and women, don't neglect the importance of daily non-exercise activity. This is all the movement you do that isn't formal exercise. Gardening, housework, playing with grandchildren, taking the stairs, parking farther away. This activity, spread throughout your day, contributes significantly to your overall health and metabolic rate without the stress of structured exercise. As you lie here tonight, preparing for sleep, consider your movement habits with compassionate honesty. Are you moving enough? Are you moving too much without adequate rest? Are you enjoying your movement, or has it become another source of stress and guilt? Your body wants to move. It's designed for movement, but it also desperately needs rest. These aren't opposites. They're partners in your wellness journey. Movement creates the need for rest. Rest allows you to move better. They're two sides of the same coin, and that coin is vitality. Every night of quality sleep makes your next workout more effective. Your muscles recover. Your nervous system resets. Your motivation and energy return. And every good workout, done at the right intensity with the right recovery, makes your next sleep deeper and more restorative. This is the sacred balance. This is what working with your 60-plus body looks like. Not forcing it to behave like it's 30. Not giving up on it because it's changed, but meeting it where it is with appropriate challenge and abundant rest. Your body will respond. It's already responding. As you sleep tonight, the movement you've done today is being processed, integrated, turned into strength and resilience. Trust that process. Honor it with your rest. Let's talk about something that threads through everything we've discussed: stress. Not just the obvious stress of major life events, but the subtle, chronic stress that accumulates over a lifetime and affects your body's ability to heal, rest, and maintain a healthy weight. After 60, you carry not just physical years, but also decades of experiences, some joyful, some painful, some still unresolved. Your body remembers all of it. And sometimes, what appears to be a weight problem or a sleep problem is actually a stress problem that's been simmering beneath the surface for years. Chronic stress affects every system in your body, but its impact on sleep and metabolism is particularly profound. When you're stressed, your adrenal glands release cortisol. In short bursts, cortisol is helpful. It mobilizes energy, sharpens focus, helps you respond to challenges. But when cortisol stays elevated day after day, year after year, it wreaks havoc. Elevated cortisol interferes with your ability to fall asleep and stay asleep. It prevents deep sleep stages. It causes you to wake in the middle of the night with your mind racing. It makes your sleep feel unrefreshing even when you get enough hours. Cortisol also directly impacts your weight. It increases your appetite, particularly for high-calorie, sugary foods. It promotes fat storage, especially around your abdomen. It makes your cells resistant to insulin, creating blood sugar instability. It breaks down muscle tissue for energy rather than preserving it. Essentially, chronic stress creates a metabolic environment that makes losing weight extremely difficult and gaining weight extremely easy. For men, stress can further suppress already declining testosterone levels. For women, stress can intensify menopausal symptoms like hot flashes and mood changes. For both, stress accelerates aging at the cellular level. So what do you do about this? How do you unwind stress that's been building for decades? First, acknowledge it. Name it. So much of the stress we carry is unconscious, operating below our awareness while still affecting our biology. Take an honest inventory. What are you worried about? What relationships feel unresolved? What grief haven't you allowed yourself to fully feel? What fears do you carry about aging, death, loss, or irrelevance? You don't have to solve all of these tonight, but acknowledging them begins the process of releasing their hold on your body. Second, create daily practices that activate your parasympathetic nervous system, your body's natural relaxation response. This is where practices like meditation, deep breathing, and progressive muscle relaxation become powerful tools. Meditation doesn't require you to empty your mind or achieve some mystical state. It simply means spending time in quiet awareness, watching your thoughts without being consumed by them. Even 5 minutes a day can lower cortisol levels, improve sleep quality, and help regulate your appetite and metabolic hormones. Deep breathing is perhaps the fastest way to signal your nervous system that you're safe. When you're stressed, your breathing becomes shallow and rapid. When you deliberately slow and deepen your breathing, your body interprets this as a sign that the danger has passed. Your heart rate slows, your muscles relax, your cortisol levels drop. Try this right now. Breathe in slowly through your nose for a count of 4. Hold gently for a count of 4. Breathe out through your mouth for a count of 6. The exhale being longer than the inhale is key. It activates the vagus nerve, which tells your brain that it's time to rest and digest rather than fight or flee. Do this for just 2 minutes and you'll feel a shift. Do this every evening before bed and you'll sleep better. Do this consistently for weeks and you'll notice changes in your overall stress level, energy, and yes, your ability to manage your weight. Progressive muscle relaxation is another beautiful tool. Starting with your toes, deliberately tense each muscle group for 5 seconds, then release. Move systematically up your body. Feet, calves, thighs, abdomen, chest, arms, shoulders, neck, face. This practice teaches your body what relaxation actually feels like, something many chronically stressed people have forgotten. Third, examine your thought patterns. After 60 years of life, you've developed habitual ways of thinking, and some of these patterns generate unnecessary stress. Perfectionism, catastrophizing, black and white thinking, comparing yourself to others or to your younger self. These thought patterns keep your stress response activated. You don't have to believe every thought that crosses your mind. You can observe a thought, acknowledge it, and let it pass without acting on it or being consumed by it. This is a skill that improves with practice. Fourth, address practical sources of stress where you can. If your living situation is stressful, what small changes might help? If a relationship is draining, what boundaries might you need? If your schedule is overwhelming, what can you delegate, eliminate, or simplify? You've earned the right to prioritize your peace. You don't have to say yes to every request. You don't have to maintain relationships that deplete you. You don't have to keep doing things the way you've always done them simply because that's the habit. Now, let's connect this back to sleep specifically. Your sleep environment matters more after 60 than it ever did before. Your bedroom should be dark, cool, and quiet. Even small amounts of light can interfere with melatonin production. Even minor noise disruptions can fragment your sleep without fully waking you, leaving you unrefreshed. Consider blackout curtains if light is an issue. White noise or earplugs if noise is a problem. Keep your room between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit if possible. Cooler temperatures support better sleep. Reserve your bed for sleep and intimacy only, not for work, eating, or screens. Speaking of screens, the blue light from phones, tablets, computers, and televisions suppresses melatonin production. This is true at any age, but becomes more problematic after 60 when your melatonin production is already naturally lower. Ideally, avoid screens for at least an hour before bed. If that's not realistic, use blue light filtering glasses or put your devices in night mode. Create a consistent bedtime routine. Your body and brain love predictability. When you do the same calming activities in the same order each night, your brain begins to anticipate sleep and starts preparing for it. This might be: change into comfortable sleepwear, wash your face, do some gentle stretches, read something calming, practice your breathing exercises, then lights out. The time you go to bed and wake up matters too. Consistency is more important than any specific time. If you go to bed at wildly different times each night, your circadian rhythm can't sync properly. Try to keep your sleep and wake times within an hour window, even on weekends. If you wake during the night and can't fall back asleep within 20 minutes, get up. Go to another room. Do something calm and non-stimulating in dim light until you feel sleepy again, then return to bed. Lying in bed, frustrated that you can't sleep, only creates anxiety around sleep, making the problem worse. Some of you might be dealing with specific sleep disorders like sleep apnea, restless leg syndrome, or periodic limb movement disorder. These are more common after 60 and can significantly impact your sleep quality and metabolic health. If you consistently wake unrefreshed despite spending adequate time in bed, or if a partner tells you that you snore heavily or stop breathing during sleep, please consult a healthcare provider. These conditions are treatable, and addressing them can transform your health. For many people, learning to manage stress and improve sleep is more impactful for their weight and fitness goals than any diet or exercise program. When you're well-rested and less stressed, you naturally make better food choices. You have more energy for movement. Your hormones balance themselves. Your body releases stored weight that it was holding due to stress. As you prepare to drift off tonight, release the day's worries. They'll still be there tomorrow if you need to address them, but right now, in this moment, you are safe. You are supported. You are exactly where you need to be. Your body knows how to heal itself. Your cells know how to regenerate. Your metabolism knows how to find balance. All of these processes happen most effectively when you're asleep. So your only job right now, is to surrender to rest. Let go of the notion that you should be doing something, fixing something, worrying about something. For these next hours, your job is simply to sleep, and in that sleep, to allow your body to do its profound, invisible work of restoration. We've covered so much ground together tonight. Your changing body after 60, the nutrients that serve you, the movement that strengthens you, the sleep that heals you, the stress that's been holding you back. And through it all, the recurring theme that your body is not your enemy. It's your partner, your home, your most faithful companion. As you lie here now, perhaps already feeling sleep pulling at you, I want to help you envision what your journey forward might look like. Not a rigid plan that will stress you out, but a gentle, sustainable path that honors who you are and where you are right now. Tomorrow morning, you'll wake. And when you do, before you even get out of bed, take a moment. Place your hand on your heart again. Feel it beating. Thank your body for another day. This might feel silly at first, but this simple practice of gratitude shifts your relationship with your body from adversarial to cooperative. Then move, not necessarily exercise yet, just move. Stretch gently. Feel what's tight, what's sore, what feels good. Listen to what your body is telling you about what it needs today. Some days it will want vigorous movement. Other days it will need gentleness. Both are valid. Eat breakfast mindfully. Not while scrolling through your phone or rushing out the door, but actually tasting your food, noticing how it makes you feel. Remember what we discussed about protein? Try to include some at breakfast. It sets the tone for stable blood sugar all day. Move through your day with new awareness. Take the stairs when you can. Stand instead of sit when possible. Take walking breaks. These small actions accumulate into significant metabolic benefits without requiring you to carve out dedicated exercise time. In the afternoon, if you're able, get outside in natural light for at least 15 minutes. This light exposure helps regulate your circadian rhythm and supports better sleep tonight. Even on cloudy days, outdoor light is more powerful than indoor lighting for this purpose. Have your dinner early enough to allow 3 to 4 hours before bed. Make it satisfying. Include vegetables, protein, healthy fats, eat slowly, enjoy it, then close the kitchen. Let your body know that eating time is done for the day. As evening progresses, begin your wind-down routine. Dim the lights in your home, put away screens, maybe take a warm bath or shower. The rise and then fall of your body temperature from the warm water mimics the natural temperature drop that facilitates sleep. Do your gentle stretches or breathing exercises. Perhaps spend a few minutes in quiet reflection or meditation. This doesn't have to be formal. It can simply be sitting quietly, being present with yourself. Then into your cool, dark, quiet bedroom, into your comfortable bed. And let sleep come naturally and easily, knowing that as you rest, your body is working. It's building muscle. It's burning fat. It's reducing inflammation. It's balancing hormones. It's clearing metabolic waste from your brain. It's consolidating memories. It's healing. This is your pattern. Not perfect every day because life is messy and unpredictable, especially after 60 years of it, but consistent enough that your body can find its rhythm. On your strength training days, honor the work you're doing. Fuel your body with adequate protein. Rest afterward. Take pride in the fact that you're actively working against age-related muscle loss. You're building strength that will serve you for years to come. You're maintaining bone density. You're keeping your metabolism healthy. On your rest days, actually rest. Move gently, but don't push. Your body needs this recovery time. It's not laziness. It's essential maintenance. Some days will be harder than others. You might sleep poorly despite your best efforts. You might make food choices that don't serve you. You might skip exercise when you intended to do it. This is all part of being human. Don't let one difficult day become a reason to abandon your efforts. Think of your wellness journey not as a straight line from where you are to where you want to be, but as a spiral. Sometimes you'll circle back to old habits or struggles, but you're never truly back where you started. Each cycle through, you're slightly higher, slightly wiser, slightly more skilled at managing your health. Be patient with yourself. Changes after 60 take longer than they did when you were younger. You might not see dramatic weight loss in the first week or even the first month. But if you're sleeping better, that's progress. If you're feeling stronger, that's progress. If you're less stressed, that's progress. These internal changes will eventually manifest as external changes. Find your community. Whether that's a walking group, a fitness class, an online support forum, or simply friends who share your commitment to healthy aging, connection matters. We're not meant to journey alone. Share your struggles and your victories. Learn from others who are on similar paths. And remember always, that you are not trying to become who you were at 30 or 40. You're becoming the healthiest, strongest, most vital version of who you are right now at 60 plus. This version of you has wisdom the younger you didn't have. This version of you has perspective, resilience, and depth. Honor that. Your fitness journey after 60 is not about looking a certain way, though you may find your appearance changing in ways you enjoy. It's about feeling good in your body, having energy to do things you love, maintaining your independence, being there for people you care about, continuing to grow and explore and experience life fully. Every night, as you sleep, you're voting for the person you're becoming. You're allowing transformation to happen at the deepest cellular level. You're trusting your body to do what it knows how to do. And every morning, you wake as a slightly new version of yourself. Cells have regenerated. Connections have strengthened. Healing has occurred. You're not the same person who went to sleep, and that's the beauty of it. You're on a journey, not to a destination, but into a way of being. A way of living in harmony with your body rather than fighting against it. A way of aging not just gracefully but powerfully, with intention and agency. This journey begins and begins again with each night's rest. So now, dear soul, it's time. Time to release everything we've talked about. Your conscious mind has heard it. Your subconscious mind will integrate it. You don't need to hold on to any of it right now. Let yourself drift. Let your breathing slow and deepen. Let your muscles soften. Let your thoughts quiet. You are safe. You are supported. You are exactly as you should be. Sleep well. Heal well. Wake tomorrow ready for another day of this beautiful, challenging, worthwhile journey. Good night.